Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Rewind That. It's your girl, Miss K. I hope you guys are staying safe during this quarantine and coronavirus spread. Make sure you keep your hands washed and clean and stay away from crowded areas. Okay, let's get right into this episode of Empire, Season 6, Episode 13, okay? Once again, like I said last week, guys, it seems like this is the season of secrets, okay? Towards the end of the episode, you know what happens. Carol is getting ready to reveal a secret. Let's just get into this review before we go there, okay? So, we start off with Cookie. She's explaining the Durrell situation to Lucious, and she's basically telling him that she doesn't want to live in any more secrets. She's asking Lucious how she can make it right. And Lucious is saying, well, that's what the whole community center is about, right? And she says, yes, but basically it's more than that. It's about these secrets. I can't live like this anymore. I don't want to live in any more lies. What do you think I should do? And Lucious is like, you shouldn't go digging up any bones, because then you're going to wind up finding other things that you might not like or that might hurt you. Of course, I'm paraphrasing, okay? And so that was that. Then we go to another scene where Giselle is explaining to Becky that Julian is her son, right? But that she had him at a young age, and he does not know that Giselle is his mother, okay? Once again, it's a very common type of family secret that we see on a lot of movies and TV shows where a woman had her baby young, and then they was raised by the grandmother, and the baby grew up believing that his mother was his sister, if that doesn't sound too confusing. All right, but that's the drama that Giselle is in right now. Okay, so anyway, Giselle is saying that she wants to tell him, but she is afraid of how he's going to react, or she is afraid of how to tell him. She doesn't really know how to tell him. Of course, this is a hard thing to tell. The guy is grown, you know what I'm saying? He's getting ready to go to law school, all these kind of things. So now Giselle did say that the father abandoned them. He actually switched schools. He transferred out of the school when he found out that Giselle was pregnant. But Giselle, saying that the strong-minded woman that she was, she decided to keep Julian. But it turned out to be too hard for her, harder than she thought it would be. And that's when she brought her mom into the situation. I think it's way more heart-wrenching to find out that somebody you thought was your mother all these years is not really your mom. Like, that's worse. Okay, let the kid know that they got a deadbeat parent or something like that instead. You know what I mean? So that they could go to therapy and work that part out. But don't have them thinking. See, now he's going to have to mourn his grandmother twice, in terms of, okay, he's mourning his mother, right? Mourning his mother. But now he's going to have to mourn the fact that he can't even talk to his mother, grandmother meaning. He can't even talk to his grandmother now to pick her brain about it, to get some type of consolation about it, anything. It's too much. Anyway, let's move on. I don't want to dwell on that too much. But next, we have Andre, and he's at one of Treasure's rehearsals, and he's really pushing her now, okay? And Treasure is saying, look, I don't know how many times I got to sing this song for this guy. If he doesn't like it, I don't really know what to say, okay? But Andre is flipping out on her and telling her, you're going to sing this song. You're going to do what I tell you to do. You understand me? And she's like, okay. So I already knew that the way Andre was acting, this was not Andre. This was all Kingsley, okay? Now, Portia steps up and she tries to advocate for Treasure and say, listen, Andre, you got to treat the artists a certain way. You know what I mean? You got to let them know that you have their back. And, Treasure also needs to rest her voice. And Andre is like, I do not care about that. She needs to get to work. Okay, so now Maya brings in somebody. I don't know who this person is. Maybe it's another record exec. I have no idea. But they want to see a live performance. So Andre's like, yes, come on in. And so they're sitting down. And he says, Treasure, hit it. Take it from the top. So once Treasure starts to sing, she can't get it out. She starts coughing. And then eventually she's coughing up blood and she's freaking out. So Portia calls for a medic. And they carry Treasure off the stage. We get another scene where Portia comes in and she tells Andre that Treasure is out of commission for about 4 weeks because of her voice. Her throat is messed up. So I guess the Kingsley side of Andre decides to blame this whole thing on Portia, even when she was already trying to warn him that this type of thing could happen, like slow down on Treasure. Okay, but Portia tells him that she tried to do her job, but he wouldn't let her. So then Andre says, you were right. What would you have done? So now I'm figuring, okay, this must be the Andre. This must be really Andre. So we really, before this whole scene happened, we did see that Kingsley was sitting in the chair and Andre was in his ear, right? In his ear saying, you can't handle it, you can't handle it. You need to give it up, you need to give it up. So we do see that Andre and Kingsley are battling each other. And so whenever we see kind of like the good side and the understanding side of Andre, we know that's the real Andre. When we see like the real slave driver or the evil dude, that's Kingsley coming through. So I guess that was their way of letting us know who's who, right? So anyway, the real Andre says to Portia, what would you have done? How would you have handled the whole situation with Treasure? And Portia tells him that she would have basically gave her the confidence she needed and pushed her so that she would want to do more, right? But respected her limits, okay? And Andre said, you know what? I'll never let that mistake happen again. And so you're going to get a promotion. So he promoted Portia to head of A&R, okay? And Maya was there to witness the whole thing. All right, so before we're not even going to go into the whole situation where Maya tries to go and get Portia to sign her. We're going to skip over that and we're going to go to the cops knocking on Andre's door looking for Quincy. Okay, and they ask about the girl that overdosed in the club. Quincy says, I got her in the club, but I didn't see her afterwards. Okay, and the cop is like, okay, yeah, whatever, kid. Tell us what really happened, okay? And Terri is saying, listen, unless you have a warrant, my son won't be answering any more questions. We know our rights. And she closed the door. Okay, I loved how Terri handled that situation. Because first of all, when they were like, hey, ma'am, can we come in? She said, no. Tell us what you want. Heck out of here. We ain't doing that. Anyway, so next we have Cookie. She's getting ready to go out with Carol. And she kept telling Carol that she doesn't have to come upstairs because it's raining outside. Girl, I'm coming. Just hold on, girl. I'll be down there in a minute. All right? I guess her and Carol are going to the community center together. Okay, so she's just like, I'm coming. And plus I got some tickets, girl, for you and Candace and all this stuff, okay, for Tea Talk and in Vogue and all that. Okay, so as she's getting ready to leave and open her door, there goes Lucious. And he comes in saying, Cookie, you got to help me. You need to get Becky in check. Because Yana is not ready for the showcase Becky has her doing. Okay, but Cookie doesn't seem to agree with Lucious. And it makes him a little erratic. He starts saying things like, I know you're dealing with a lot of things in the past, but I'm going to need you to put the community center and your therapy and shooting Durrell behind you because I need your help, Cookie. This is everything to me. I'm putting everything on the line. And, you know, he's just really going, in right now with, like, he's in desperate mode. And Cookie gets pissed, okay? She's saying, you know what? I knew I shouldn't have confided in you. You know, daggone well, I didn't mean to kill Durrell. If you don't get out of my house, I'm going to kill you, okay? So she opens the door, and who's standing there but Carol, which I knew, okay? It was just too obvious. For them to be bringing it up again and her to be on the phone saying, Carol, don't come up. And then, you know, they talking about it. It was just too obvious. I just knew that Carol was going to be outside of that door. I was like, oh my gosh. But I'm glad. Listen, they don't got no time to be dragging. All right. This is the last season. They kind of do have to make things happen quickly, I guess, you know. I don't even know how much episodes they got left, but I think like 7 or something like that. I don't know. But they do have to speed it up a little bit, you know, because they are hitting us with new stuff all the time. And like I was saying in one of my other videos, like it's almost like we should have just had another season with all the things that are going on, but they seem to be moving fast. Now I just hope that they don't mess up like with Game of Thrones, how they was rushing, okay, and then the freaking storyline became a daggone catastrophe, mad holes, things wasn't making sense, and people were pissed off. So I just really hope that, you know, Lee Daniels and them don't make the same mistake, okay? All right, now, anyway. All right, so Carol's at the door, like I was saying, and she's looking at Cookie like, what, you killed him? You know, she was in shock and everything. And Cookie was trying to explain herself. She asked Lucious to excuse himself, and she was trying to explain herself and tell Carol that she didn't mean it. She was just going over there to scare him and things like that, but she didn't get to explain herself fully. you know, about how he lunged at her and then basically she just kind of like reacted and shot him. She didn't get to go that far. But, you know, Carol was telling her that, you know, all this time I thought it was gangs. You know, I did say last week, I wonder what they blamed it on. You know, when Cookie did this, what did they blame it on? So, okay, I guess they didn't blame it on anybody. Carol just assumed that she found her man dead in the house and that some gang bangers killed him. Okay. All right. So, you know, Cookie's telling her that she's so sorry, of course. And Carol is just like, I'm okay. I just need time to think. And you go to the community center by yourself. And now I already knew, okay, by Carol saying she's okay, I knew she wasn't okay. And all I could think of was, what is she going to do? You know what I'm saying? Because I know she's not okay. Now, is she going to be the one to plant the daggone bomb in Cookie's car? Okay, because we know that Cookie's possibly going to be blown up. They done showed us so many daggone times, right? Is she the one that's going to put the bomb in Cookie's car? These are the things that are going on in my mind, right? I mean, we did find out what she really went to do to make herself really okay at the end, and we'll talk about that later. But what was going in my mind at the time that I was watching this was, I know Carol's really not okay. What is she going to do? You know? And that was that. So she automatically became a suspect in the Cookie murder. All right? Anyway, so next, Portia winds up quitting Empire, okay? Because Andre signed Maya. Now, like I said before, we know what happened. Maya came to Portia to showcase her talent, but Portia refused to sign her because she said she doesn't want to do things the way Empire used to do things, okay? With signing the weed man and just things of that nature, okay? So she says she wants things to run a little different and start a clean slate. But since Maya created an alibi or served as a false witness for Andre to the cop, she asked in return for Andre to sign her. That was how she wiggled her way in there. She's like, if you want me to continue, like, the favor that you owe me now is that you need to sign me. Because remember, the cops came, or detectives, they came because they wanted the video footage, the surveillance footage at Leviticus, okay, from Andre. Andre promised them they'd get it within an hour. Instead, he came up with another plan and used Maya as some type of eyewitness or whatever. All right, so Portia says, you know, if this is a new empire, I want out of it. And that was that. Okay, so all I can predict is that she's going to find her way over at Bossy. It seems like a lot of people from Empire are about to leave there and go to Bossy, okay? Especially now that Cookie is on their side. They're probably going to be a lot more successful. Okay, so next we have Teri, and she's questioning Quincy. Now she wants to know, why was the cops at the door? What happened? Is this some drug situation? You need to tell me what's going on, okay? So Quincy tells her that it's Andre, okay? He says he gave me the drugs to offer the girl. He's not the same man you thought he was. Okay, so just as quickly as that, Teri says, okay, get your things and go to school. I'll call you. You know, I got some things to do. I'll call you afterwards, okay? So that was that. Next, we have En Vogue making an appearance, okay, at a concert, a showcase, or whatever they're doing. Shout out to them, En Vogue. All right, and Carol shows up high as a kite. She's singing, and she heads straight for the stage, and security has to carry her out. Okay, so that was the thing I was talking about, obviously, that made her okay, because she wasn't really okay. So she done went and had a freaking relapse, okay? Next, Giselle has a meeting with Julian because she plans to tell him that she's his mother, but it doesn't go as planned when he tells her that he's going to drop out of law school to stay there to work with her. Okay, but when Giselle forbids him to do that, he gets upset and walks out. So that was her whole plan down the drain, all right? Okay, next, Yana's big performance, okay, is a big flop because no one wanted to listen to Lucious. We see throughout the episode how Lucious was trying to warn everybody. He warns Becky, and she was all cocky about it, talking about, this is bossy. You work for me. You know what I'm saying? I don't work for you anymore. She was all cocky about it, right? When he tried to warn her that Yana was not ready for this situation. Okay? And then he went to Cookie for help. Cookie didn't help him with that. Then he said, okay, fine, let me see if I can get through to Yana. But Yana didn't want to listen to him either. She says, I'm going to do what I want to do. When I go perform, they're going to see me. You're controlling me. You're smothering me. All of this stuff. See, when she was doing her rehearsal with him, he kept telling her, stay in that spotlight. Stop moving all around. I mean, he was trying to do some artist development stuff in a matter of a rehearsal, okay? But Yana, she kind of had a little spaz out on him. And that was that. So now we see we're here at the performance, and her performance is a total disaster, okay? She's blinded by the spotlight. She's very uncomfortable in the spotlight. And the shareholders, or whoever they were, they told Lucious they were out within the first minute of the performance, okay? And then after that, it was even worse. She's tumbling over the dancers and all that stuff. So it was just a complete mess, okay? So Yana gets booed off the stage, and Lucious goes back there to her, and she apologizes to him. And of course, she feels bad, and he tells her, don't apologize. You were right. You said I was controlling you. So now everything is just, it's going to be your choice, whatever you want to do. Okay, so Yana tells him, I'll be in the studio first thing in the morning. So she goes to him and she hugs him and tries to kiss him, but he curves her, okay? I don't know what that was all about, but I guess he's sticking to, listen, this is strictly business, because that's what she said. It's going to be strictly business. I don't want a romantic relationship with you, but she was just about to kiss him, and he just said, nope. Okay, so Lucious says, first thing in the morning, be at the studio, and he leaves her. He didn't do it, he didn't curve her in a rude way, but he's just letting it be known, like, we're not going to do that. So he left, and then she starts crying, okay? So I'm wondering, is it because you had a bad night, or is it because Lucious curved you? And then I said to myself, it's probably both, okay? Anyway, so next we have Terri, and she has her things packed up, right? And when Andre comes home, she confronts him about giving Quincy drugs. All right, she tells him that she understands he's having issues with his meds and all that stuff, but she can't allow him to put her sons at risk. So basically, she's saying, I can't live here with you. I gotta go. Let's rewind this for a minute. You can clearly see that Andre is in psycho mode in terms of, like, this is not Andre, this is Kingsley, okay? You could just see it on his face. So he says to her that you can go wherever you want to go. Okay, but my son is staying here. So he grabs the baby, and she's just looking like, oh gosh, she's pretty much freaking helpless at this point, right? And he says, either you can leave, or you can stay here and help us plan a nice wedding. First, he was holding the baby, talking about, say bye-bye, bye-bye, right? Say bye-bye to mommy, all right? And then that's what he tells her. You can either leave, or you can stay here and help plan a nice big wedding, all right? So that was that. So let me just say this. Where Terri went wrong, okay, is that when you're dealing with a man like Andre, who has mental issues and like just totally unstable in certain things and unpredictable, you don't know what he's going to do, you do not tell the man to his face that you're going to leave him, okay? You let that man come home and find you gone, okay? You don't confront him and tell him face to face. That goes for a man with a drug problem, a man with a drinking problem, a man that physically abuses you, all of the above. You just get out. You don't make an announcement. You don't say, I'm leaving you, I've had enough. No, leave. You just got to be about that action. You cannot tell him that you're leaving. Don't tell him over the phone. Don't tell him face to face. Nothing. It's just make that move. That's it. Let him come home and find you gone. All right? And if you live in a house and you got a whole bunch of stuff, gradually move that stuff out. Don't be making no hints. Don't make it look obvious that you packing up stuff. He coming and the couch is going. Not like that. Grab certain little belongings, and one day when he's gone for the whole day, that's when you start moving certain furniture out, okay? And when you're doing that, make sure you got a whole crew with you, like family, friends, all that stuff, in case he comes home early, okay? I'm just trying to tell y'all this real quick in case anybody in real life is thinking of an exit plan, okay? That's your strategy right there. Don't let the dude know, okay? For your own safety, I'm saying this. Don't let him know, face to face or over the phone, that you're leaving. And you probably should change your number, because guess what? He can try to call and manipulate you into coming back home. Change the number. just ghost on them. That's it. All right. Anyway, so lastly, we got Cookie, Carol, and Candace. They're in the back room, and Cookie tells Carol not to let her mistake, right, ruin her life. Basically saying, don't let what she did to Durrell ruin your life, Carol. Okay, but Carol tells Cookie she already ruined her life when she took away the only man that ever loved her. So Candace starts looking around like, what are you guys talking about? So Carol tells her, of course, right? And Candace is shocked. Then Carol says, I got something for you too. We ruined your life too. And Candace is like, girl, you better not say anything. You better shut your mouth, Carol. And Carol, with her high behind, ain't trying to hear that at all. All right. And she tells Cookie, like, first Cookie said, what are you talking about? And Carol said, you're 17 years, right? And Candace is like, you better shut up. You know, she kind of grabbed her up and yanked her, smacked, whatever she did, mushed her. She did something. She do not want her to say nothing. But first of all, if somebody's doing this in front of me by now, there's nothing, like, where do we even go from here? You trying to smack somebody down because they're about to tell a secret or something like that, to me, I'm going to look at you sideways now. Like, how am I going to trust you now? So regardless if Carol didn't say anything, Cookie was going to feel some type of way anyway against Candace and Carol. Like, what the heck are y'all two heifers up to? Okay, so anyway, Cookie wants to know, what are y'all talking about? Okay, and that's how it goes off. So we have another freaking secret, guys. Another freaking secret. And I am really interested to find out. I want to know, what in the world, what hand did her own sisters play in her getting locked up for 17 years? Now, she's always saying, I did 17 years for you, Lucious, 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 Lucious. And all this time, she could have had a grudge against her own sisters because they are the reasons why she really did the 17 years. Now, I'm just guessing, okay, because I don't know, like, y'all. Anyway, let me know what y'all thought about this episode, okay, because it's getting real. Whew, it's getting real, and it's just more secrets, more secrets, more secrets, more secrets. I don't even know what to do anymore. To the point where it's so much with the secrets, like I said before, they're not even bothering to show us the flashbacks of people shooting, of somebody shooting Lucious and Cookie getting blown up in the car. They done totally forgot about showing us all that, okay? Whatever. Anyway, we're going to find out what happens next week. I will see y'all later. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell so you know when to upload more videos like this one. All right, take care of yourselves and be blessed. Bye-bye.